Hi, I'm Debbie Sieber. I'm the host of Time for Shine, and I am standing here in front of Hunter Arms Hotel, which was established in 1926 here in St. Cloud, Florida. It's actually a very cute little hotel. You should check it out. I'm here to interview Miss Osceola. She has a lot to share with us, and I think you're going to be a little shocked with what she's got to share. So come join me. Okay, before we go in to actually meet Miss Osceola, I wanted to tell you about this hotel that I learned. Waterboy with Adam Sandler was shot here, and there's a cult film called 2000 Maniacs that was also shot right here at the Hunter Arms Hotel in St. Cloud, Florida. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about that tidbit. All right, come on, join me. Hi everyone, I'm sitting here with Miss Osceola, Kylie Blakely. Thank you, Kylie, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Debbie.
Oh, this is so exciting. I was told about Kylie and her story, and it touched me in such a way. I don't even know all of her story, to be quite honest, but just the pieces that I heard about it has really touched me to hear more. So we're gonna jump right into this interview,
Awesome.
Okay? With this, it's quite an honor, I know, that to be able to be Miss Osceola, and a lot of responsibility for you. Mm-hmm. But for this journey to even get here, Kylie, tell me a little bit of what has occurred in your life to get you to this moment.
Well, I think a lot's occurred over time, actually. So, back in high school, I overcame a brain injury. I was dropped from a modeling contract that I held from the age of 4, and there was a lot of things actually over the past year that's led up to this event. And I gotta be quite honest, I'm not just blessed, but I'm incredibly thankful for this opportunity because I wasn't really expecting this. But God puts things into your life at the right time, I believe.
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Tell me a little bit about what happened where you had this brain injury.
So, I used to be an athlete.
Okay.
I did soccer, swimming, water polo, golf. I'm very competitive.
Okay, you sound like it.
But soccer was kind of new to me, and I had an opportunity to play goalkeeper. So I took it, and it was actually my goalkeeping coach's birthday that night. And unbeknownst to me, I told her that it would be a memorable game, that I was going to play my best, and I did play my A game. I was on it. So we were playing against, I gotta be honest, I don't remember the team, but we were halfway through the game. We were 1-1. It was very competitive. We were right there. And to people that know soccer, they know once the ball is in your square, you can yell keep and secure the ball. So I yelled keep and I secured the ball, and because it was such a heated game, the forward actually tried to kick the ball out of my hands, and when I pulled it to me, I saw her foot coming. And instead of having it hit the front of my face, I turned my head, and she kicked me so hard in the back of the head that it blew through and shattered my zygomatic arch. So now I have one cheekbone higher than the other. I was unconscious for 10 minutes. The paramedics couldn't get me to come around. The coach that was her birthday, she was actually a paramedic EMT, so I was thankful for her to hold my head steady during that game time. And I gotta be honest, I don't really remember much of the game. What I do remember is what people have told me and what led up to the kick. That's it. They had 2 ambulances drive on field, and they actually had a helicopter coming to airlift me out, but they were worried because of the movement of the helicopter that if I had bleeding on the brain, it would jostle my head too much and I may not be around.
Oh,
so I'm very thankful that there was no bleeding on the brain.
Yeah.
But I arrived at ORMC, I believe, in Kissimmee, and they told my mom that I didn't have a concussion, which is odd because it takes 24 hours for a concussion to show up on film or to show up on any of the CAT scans. So it took time to heal, and my face started swelling up and swelling and swelling. And they thought that I had gotten kicked in the front of the head. They didn't realize that it was an injury to the back of my head until the CAT scan results came in. And it was a long road to recovery. There were days where I would wake up and I would have the worst mood swings. I would be angry for no reason. And it was something that was very common that I didn't know about post-concussion syndrome. So there were days where I would be absolutely angry. There were days where I would cry for no reason. And I missed the second half of my junior year. I couldn't be around the other kids because it was too loud, it was too bright, noises, lights, overstimulation. It would really mess with my head a little bit, and there were days where I would just pass out. And surprisingly, now I know it's actually very common with post-concussion syndrome, so I'm not alone. And I'm very thankful that God has healed me to where I experience none of those symptoms. It's taken about, I would say, an entire year to recover.
Wow.
But I'm very thankful that He's healed me.
And you were 15, 16?
I was 15. I'm 22 now, so thank goodness all that's behind me. But it's something that's really shaped who I am today. I never regret any of my decisions that I've made in my past, and I don't really regret any of the things that has led me to who I am today.
So, yeah, you can tell. I was going to say, you can definitely tell just by listening to your story and the glow that's on your face.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Now, this journey that you had to go through, how long did it take through this concussion? Like you said, you were waking up with mood swings and things?
The mood swings took about a couple months.
Okay.
The passing out took about a year. And there's still some, I'm not going to say long-term damage, but there's still something that's not always right. So for example, anybody that suffered from a brain injury, such as a concussion, or anybody that suffered from a stroke and healed from it, it does have some lasting damage. So for example, when I am too tired, I will stutter a little bit. But it doesn't really affect my judgment, as long as you take a moment to think about what you say and how you say it. But sometimes there is a lack of a filter, and it kind of affects my personality, and it also affects my sense of humor, definitely. But it's what makes me me, and it's what makes me unique.
What do you think was one of the biggest factors of getting you through this difficult moment of your life? Because I can't imagine being 15 and because you're already at this teenage years of, especially as a woman, a female, trying to figure this all out. Your body, chemical, everything's changing. Now you've got to deal with this concussion and what's occurred to you. So what helped you get through all this?
I gotta be honest, my faith and my support system was a very big factor. I'm very thankful for my parents because they had a lot of patience through all of this. Because I gotta be honest, there were days where I was downright mean. I had a long-term boyfriend at the time. We were together for 6 years. And he was a part of my support system. He helped me through the entire process.
Wow.
And a part of me is always going to be thankful for that. And my family friends, a good family friend, Kristen, would actually drop everything to come help, the drop of the hat. And she's what really helped me get back on track with my faith, because I gotta be honest, there was a period of time where I thought, why me? Why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? And it took time for me to realize that, again, God puts things into your life, and God puts you on a track that He feels is best for you, and you may not see it at the time, but His will is always there.
His will is always there. Sometimes we don't always see it or understand it until after the fact. Everybody always has a story. With every success, there is always some type of story. And so that's why it's important that we share our story, I think, many times with others, because it truly, truly connects us more together, you know? Mm-hmm. And because nobody's world is perfect.
No, not at all. Nobody's perfect. And the only person that is perfect is Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And at the end of the day, we are made in God's image. Once we put Him first, everything else falls into place, I find.
Oh, I agree with you. Because I can see someone looking at you and going, my gosh, she's beautiful. Of course she won Miss Osceola, right? I'm sure you hear that because you are.
Thank you.
Because that was the first thing I saw when someone told me about it. They were your photographer and they sent me your photo and I went, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. And so, yeah, I'm sure you get a little bit of that from people that just think you have this perfect world and it hasn't been so perfect.
And I find that there's a lot of things that are more than surface deep. For me, the crown is a microphone to speak my truth and speak my beliefs of my faith and what my platform is. and it's how you use it, to be quite honest with you.
What do you feel your platform is?
So my platform for the Miss Florida campaign is, as a candidate, mental health awareness for first responders and veterans.
Oh.
It's a cause that's very near and dear to my heart. Very few people know that, statistically speaking, 22 veterans commit suicide a day. And it's very sad. And sometimes the war is not just overseas. Sometimes people, after coming home, are never truly home again. And it takes them speaking their truth, and it takes them coming to admit that, unfortunately, mental health and depression and these thoughts that they have, it doesn't discriminate. You could be the toughest person you know, and you could know somebody that's always smiling, always happy, and the toughest person that you may know. You don't know what's going on inside their head until you take the time to be the person to talk to, the shoulder to cry on. And I've come to realize that as an adult. And unfortunately, I have lost a couple friends to suicide. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart. And the more awareness that I can promote, the more that I could do, I'm all for.
I love it, because I'm sorry, I have lost family members to suicide, so you're right, you don't know. They can hide it and smile it all day tomorrow, and you just don't know what they're going through inside until it happens, and then you don't understand why it was happened that late. So yes, thank you for sharing that, because a lot of people are not aware of that. They really are not aware of the fact that there are 22 veterans. You said
Statistically speaking, 22 veterans commit suicide a day. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's every single day 22. It could be one day 3, and then the next day more people, or the next day more people. And again, mental health and depression, it doesn't discriminate. And unfortunately, firefighters, first responders, police officers, it's on the rise for them too, because once you're home, sometimes you're never truly home, and it's a lot of baggage to unpack. I want to be that shoulder to cry on. I want to be that person that people can trust to come forward to. I want to be somebody that can help.
I can see you doing this. I can see you being a global speaker, someone that is nationally known, that is out there making awareness. And I think you're right. There needs to be a lot more awareness going on about that. So this is great information that you're sharing. Kylie, this is your platform right now. I know we're going to ask you a few more questions a little bit later about the pageantry itself, because I know there's going to be some young girls that might be watching going, oh, I'm interested. How did you get all this started? No. But before we do that, this is your platform right now. What is it you would like to share in this moment to the people that are watching, that you can give encouragement in any kind of way to?
So for those who don't know, I'm not a career pageant girl. I'm a former athlete. I'm a college student. And this is entirely new to me. But dream big, princess. There's nothing you can't do. Don't let anybody tell you that there's nothing you can't do.
Perfect. I think that was great advice. And this little princess, well, I call myself the queen, but I take that advice very seriously. I mean, I'm trying to reinvent myself and my dreams and everything at my age, and that's not important. You guys don't need to know, but
it's never too late. And again, you set your mind to something, you set a goal, do everything in your power to achieve it, because sometimes it is God's will.
Exactly. I know, when you start walking through doors, and then you start taking steps, and next thing you know, you start walking through doors, and then this happens and that happens, and I noticed in myself that that's exactly what has happened as I started launching the show. It's all just coming together, and I don't know how big it'll be, just like you don't know how big your platform's going to be, but we just got to embrace the journey that we're on and let it be whatever it is, and enjoy it along the way, right?
Exactly.
I love your attitude. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're going to talk next a little bit about the pageantry with her and get an idea of what that's all about, because I have no clue. So stay with us. All right, so Kylie, tell me, did you grow up around here?
I did actually. So I'm a 5th generation Osceola resident.
Oh, wow.
My mom went to Osceola High School. I went to Osceola High School. And for those of you that are local, Bass Highway, my great-grandmother's maiden name was Bass. And not only were they pioneers, but they were straight off the Cherokee Reservation. The men were made to walk, the women rode a covered wagon.
Oh, wow.
And they pioneered the town. Like, I grew up with stories about fishing and berry picking and what St. Cloud and Osceola County used to be, and it was Cowtown.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So you have a lot, you're perfect then for Miss Osceola because you really know it. I love it. All right. So tell me, how did you get into this? I mean, Miss Osceola.
I was a former model. I modeled from age 4 to 14, and after the accident, because of the medication I was on and the bed rest, I had gained weight, and one of the people at the agency actually told me to go home and eat celery and mustard. That's not me. I'm very down to earth, in my opinion, and I like to joke and I like to have fun. So at the end of the day, I made a call that was right for me, and because I am a college student, because I am going to school and I have about 7 years left because I am going for my medical degree.
Oh, wow.
I decided, I need to pick up something for a little bit of side money. So I was looking to get back into modeling when the scholarship opportunity for the Miss Florida organization did present itself to me. And I decided, what better way to get back into it than to use this platform and use this opportunity for my beliefs. So I got back into it, and I gotta be honest, I didn't expect to win.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't. I'm not a career pageant girl, as I've said before. This is an entirely new experience for me, but again, God puts things into your life at the right time, and this couldn't have come at a better time for me and my life.
I love it. So this is your first pageant?
Yes, ma'am.
And you won Miss Osceola?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God, I wanted sexy legs one time. That's about it. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, I do have another surprise for you. I did win a crown. I do have a crown.
Ooh.
And I do have a sash with me here. People don't always know this about me, and I think that it's important that everybody knows that I actually am the Boogie Queen.
I love it.
Miss Boogie Queen. What do you think?
I love it. So, do you like to boogie down?
I do like to boogie down. I do. And, I won this boogieing down at my friend Natasha's Halloween party. So, I feel honored.
I'm honored to be with the Boogie Queen. Anybody that loves to dance is a lot of fun, right?
That's right. That's right. And my platform, what is my platform? Well, it's dancing, right? If you're
awesome.
So we need a little more dancing in the world.
I think we do need a little bit more dancing in the world, to be quite honest with you.
I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time today, because I know you're busy. Tell me, are you being asked to do any other events or anything?
So I have actually. I'm partnered with the Sheriff's Office. I'm working on getting partnered with other first responders. So the fire departments, I'm reaching out to them. The police departments, I'm reaching out to them. And I am working on partnering up with hopefully the USO and hopefully the Recruiting Center for Kissimmee. Anything that helps promote my platform of mental health awareness for veterans and first responders. Again, I'm here to help.
Oh, that's so incredible. And you're how?
22, just turned.
I love this, because there's a 22-year-old going out doing wonderful things. And you said you're going to medical school. What exactly you want to do?
So I'm not in medical school yet, but I'm wanting to be an anesthesiologist. My long-term goal is to work for the VA. Again, helping veterans and first responders is, at the end of the day, my biggest aspiration in life.
Whoever's looking for someone to recruit or speak on behalf of the veterans, I think I have someone for you. So I think you should give her a call. Kylie, thank you so much for taking the time to come out and speak with me today. I know you're a busy young lady right now with all these different platforms you're speaking on behalf of Miss Osceola. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, thank you. You guys, it's never too late to let it shine. You've got this light inside you. You've heard Kylie's story. We all have a story. We all have something that's happened to us in our lives. Don't let that hold you back. Go let your light shine. And who knows, you might be able to be on my show. Well, Kylie, are you ready to just boogie on out of here?
I'm ready to boogie down.
All right, let's go. I'm following you. Let's do it.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.